Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope all of you are fine. I already sent you 4 notes on functions or method, and I think all of you noted down in your copy. In this video session, I am going to explain you the concept of functions or method. So what are the point we are going to be discuss here? That is the introduction of the functions or method, the definitions of functions or method, and what are the advantage of functions or method. Okay. So in the introduction you just see a large system functions in a better way when it is divided into smaller subsystem or task. That means when a big system, a large system divided into small subsystem, then it works smoothly or in the better way. Okay. So from an example we will understand or we will be clear what is the meaning of subsystem, how it is functioning in better way, how the large system function in better way by the help of subsystem. Okay. So we consider the functioning of the banking system. It has many subsystems such as deposit, withdrawal, loan. Okay, and by this subsystem it is working properly or manage or control the smaller subsystem. Okay, from this diagram it will be more clear. You just look at here the banking system. Okay, all of you acquainted banking system is very large system, and so many different type of work is going on inside the bank. The people are going to there to deposit their money, to withdraw their money, to take the loan. Okay, so how the banking system functioning, how it is working? It is divided its tasks to different by the different subsystem. You may confuse about the subsystem. The subsystem is nothing but the department. Okay. Now this department is called as a subsystem. Suppose for deposit there is a subsystem called deposit. For withdrawal there is a subsystem called withdrawal. For loan there is a subsystem called loan. So deposit subsystem or department is responsible for helping the customer to deposit their money in the bank. In the withdrawal subsystem, the people or the customers are take away their money. Okay. And the loan subsystem help the customer to take the loan from the bank. Okay. So due to this division of their work, it is easy to control or manage the large volume of work. If there is no subsystem, it is very difficult to manage the huge volume of work. Okay. Due to this division, it is very easy to manage. Okay. Now another example you just see here, the school. All of you are acquainted with the school, and in school there is so many things are going on, and for each and every work there are different department or subsystems are available. For example, in school there is a office, fee counter, principal office, different classes. Okay. So what the office has to do? The office is responsible for taking admissions and maintaining their personal detail. Same way the fee counter is responsible for collecting the fees from the student. The principal is responsible for managing or controlling the discipline of the school. The classes are responsible for giving education from grade 1 to grade 10. Just you think, if there is no class from 1 to 10 and all the students will be sitting in one place, how difficult it will be for the teacher to teach the class 1, class 2, class 3 like up to 10. So the division of classes, it helps the teacher to teach or to control or to manage the different classes. Okay. So from this diagram or from this example, all of you understand that what is the huge of subsystem and how the large system has to be divided into small subsystem to manage or to control their work. Okay. Now all of you understood that what is the necessity to divide the large system. Okay. To control, to manage the work smoothly. Okay. Now here one note is given here. You just see method and function both are the same. I think all of you may confuse method or function. Why we are calling these two names? Actually method or functions both are the same thing. Some programming language use method, some programming language use functions. But in the object-oriented programming in Java, we are calling function as a method. So there is no problem, you can call it as a method or the functions. Okay. Now comes to the definition. Before going to the definitions, I want to tell you the definitions of the computer program. In my last video, I already explained the computer program and also mentioned that it will be related to the functions or method. You just see, computer program is the set of instructions executed in a computer to do a specific task. So computer program is what? It is the set of instructions which is used to solve a specific task. Okay, so here comes to the definition. The functions in method is a block containing the number of statements which perform a specific and well-defined task. So that means functions or method is nothing but a program, the computer program which intention to solve or to do a specific task. Okay, so here you see the functions or method containing the multiple statement or number of statement, the same thing, which perform a specific task, which perform a specific and well-defined task. Okay, containing number of statement, that is the multiple statement, and which helps to solve or to do a specific well-defined task. Okay, so it is nothing but the computer program again. And what is the meaning of block? Containing the block. Okay, now in the Java program, you know the block means what? The block means which will be started with a curly braces and ended with a curly braces, that is known as a block. And what is the statement we have to write? We have to write inside the block. Same as in the method also, method contains the block of statements that will be started with a curly braces and ended with a curly braces. Okay, you are clear about the what is the meaning of block? Now here again another line it is written here. You just see, every function or method has a unique name. Okay, and which is identify it in a program. I already told you that the program should have a name. And how to naming a program? It should be related to the contents. If the program is doing simple interest, then the name of the program should be simple interest. The same way the function or method has also having a name and which is related to its content, which identify the program, what type of program it is. Okay, if the method or function name is simple interest, we can know from the name the functions or method is going to solve the simple interest. Okay, and unique name, all of you understood the unique name. That means the functions or method or two functions or methods should not have the same name. The last line what it is written, it can be called from anywhere in the program through the other statement. That I am not going to explain you here because you will not able to understand it now. In the next session I will explain what is the meaning of that. Once the task is packaged in the method, it can be called from anywhere in the program by the help of other statement. Another definition also there, the method having the name unit which has an aim to contain a single or multiple instruction to perform any specific task. The same meaning. Okay, the method is a named unit which has an aim and contains single or multiple instruction to perform a specific task. You clear about the definition of the functions or method? Now you have to know why we need to write a functions or method. What is the need of writing a functions or method? From this advantage of functions or method, you can clear about it. Okay, the first point it is written that it reduces the complexity by the help of the smaller module. When the large program divided into smaller module, it is simplify the program. How it is? Just look at here from the example. In this example, you will be more clear how it is reduces the complexity or how it is simplify the program by the sub module. Just take an example of the calculator program. What we are doing in the calculator program? Addition of two numbers, subtracting of two numbers, multiplication of two numbers, division of two numbers. Suppose say this large program divided into small 4 sub module or method or functions. Okay, so addition method is doing additions of two number, subtraction method doing the subtraction of two number, multiplication method doing the multiplication of two number, division method will doing the division of two number. Okay, so instead of doing in one program, what we are doing, we divided these four tasks into four methods, and they are responsible for doing the specific tasks, that addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So due to this division of work, the large calculator program simplified. Okay, so you understood, by dividing into smaller module or using the method or functions, the complexity of a program can be simplified. Okay, now comes to the second point. What the second point it is written? It can use number of times, reusability of a code. Suppose, what is the meaning of reusability of a code? Suppose you already written a method or functions, and that method or functions will be needed by some other program. Okay, what you do? You have to write it again? No. Once you already written, so you don't need to write it again. You just use the method name in other program so they can access it. Okay. For example, you just want to find out a square of a number. So you have to use the math power functions. So by the help of math power functions, just you know how to find out the power of a number, the number and what is the power 2. So it is similar to the 5 to the power square, 5 square. Okay. So by the help of that math power functions, you are getting the 5 square. Okay. And if any program wants to find out the power of a number, they just only use the math power function. They don't need to write the procedure for math power function, which is already written by somebody else. Okay, so you just see the method or functions can be used number of times by the any other method or programs. Okay, so now the third point you just see here, methods are useful in hiding the implementation detail. Okay, what is the meaning of hiding the implementation details? Okay, once the method procedure is written, it is not required to know how it is working, how it is implementing, how it is finding the result. Just we only focus on the result. We just bother about what the result has to be given by the method. So method doing what? It will be hiding how it is executing or how it is processing the statement written inside it. The next point, what it is, easier to edit the program. So it is very difficult if you handle a large program and any mistake or any error will be there. It is to find out the error and mistake, it will be very difficult to find out. Okay, and if the program is divided into small module, and we can go to that particular part when error or mistake is there and we can rectify it. So it is easier to edit the program. And the last point, what it is, the portability of the program increases by using the methods. Okay, just you can say it is same as the reusability of the code. Once the method is written and it can be used in any other program, we can transfer that methods of program in any other program and fit in that program which need it. Okay, so the portability of program is whenever any program needed the method that are already written, we can fit in any other program. Okay, so what is the advantage of using method or functions? It reduces the complexity, it can use number of times, and it will be hiding the implementation detail. It is easier to edit the program, and the portability of the program increases by using the methods. So that much for today. Thank you.